Okay, hey! Alright, they just dropped Instagram TV. If you're like myself, you put a lot of time into your 16:9 ratio videos. You want to put them in a format that'll look good on Instagram TV. I'm using Adobe Premiere. I've got an easy way, it'll take you maybe 5 minutes. We'll hop in the computer.
So the first thing you're gonna do is make a new sequence. You can choose whatever format you want. I'm doing mine at 30 frames per second. What you're going to want to do though is go into custom so you can adjust the horizontal and vertical. You might be shooting at 24 frames per second. I'm usually at 30, so I'm going to click to 9.97. And what we want to do is switch this. It's at 16:9. We want it 9:16 to fit Instagram TV. So what I'm doing is just copying and pasting and switching them. You'll notice over here it now looks like your phone. And what I'm going to do is grab a video that I made the other day about us rafting Lake Michigan. We're just going to drag it into the timeline.
Now once it's in there, we got to make sure to click Keep Existing Settings.
So the first thing I'm going to do is hop into the effects and I'm going to scale it down. So I think I'm going to go down to about 50, and yeah, that should be pretty good there. Use the position to get it up. Now I like it a little higher because you'll notice the menu in Instagram will come up about 55% of the way up. Next, you're going to copy and paste the video. This is the way I'm doing it. You can go ahead and use a photo or a logo if you'd rather do that, but go ahead and just watch what we're going to do here. I'm going to maximize this size to fill the whole screen. Next, we're going to hop into the effects. Looks like I already have it typed here. We're going to type in Gaussian blur, and I'm probably butchering how that's said, but you get what I mean. We're going to go ahead and drag that right on here and crank it up. I think I'm gonna go about 150, 140 or so, and you'll see it'll play the same video, obviously, as the one below it, but it'll be blurrier, so it kind of adds a little cool effect that I like to do. It'll also be a good way to fill the screen, and so it's not just a black screen. Like I said, you could always do a picture too. Next, I'm going to add a drop shadow to the original video, so that way it looks like it's floating. This is optional, I just think it makes it look a little more professional. The most important thing is to use the softness control here, and that way it doesn't look like there's just a hard edge. I'm going to zoom in, you can kind of tinker around, see what feels nice for you. Next, we're going to add in our titles. I know there's plenty of ways to do this. I still use the legacy titles. For me, that's the easiest way to do this. We're just going to name this GFX for graphics. Graphics layer, why not? And what I'm going to do is find a font that I like to use on all of my videos, just a free font that I grabbed. And I'm going to go ahead and put my Instagram handle at the top. Alright, good enough. Next, we're going to add the title of the video. Here's where you can get creative. You can always put your company logo, your branding logo, anything that you think will fit nicely there. Maybe if you want to add the closed captioning to the video, that might be a smart thing to add there. But for now, I'm just going to make sort of a dummy title to kind of fill up the space so it's not empty. If you push this button up here, you can see through and kind of line it up a little nicer. Okay, actually it's a little hard to read. I'm going to go ahead and add another drop shadow here just so it pops off the screen a little more. Alright, so time to add that title. Find the GFX layer, the graphics layer there, and spread it throughout the whole video so it's covering the entire time. And in the end, it will look like this. Render settings, keep the same, and then just go ahead and drag it onto the Instagram. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. It should be very easy. I don't mind giving you a hand. Thanks a ton for watching.